EyeWire is a game to map the brain that was originally designed with the thought that other neuroscientists and potentially college students studying neuroscience would play to help scientists at MIT accelerate their research. However, since the game's official launch, it has attracted a much wider player demographic. Here we present the sixth top user of all time, a 16-year-old from Bulgaria. On the game, he calls himself Crazy Man.
We were interested in understanding how a high school student in a country 5,000 miles away became such an active member of the EyeWire community. When we got in touch with Crazy Man, our first question was, how did you hear about the game?
Hi, welcome back to SourceFed. I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Elliot Morgan.
By some estimates, humans spend up to 3 billion hours per week playing video games. That's billion with a B. And scientists are hoping to make use of all the video game play and harness it for a good cause.
Using the game EyeWire, a game developed by scientists at MIT, you may have heard of it, the game is designed to help chart the billions of nerve connections in the brain. The whole idea of the EyeWire project is to map the connections between neurons in the retina.
Now, if scientists alone had to do all the work, it would never happen. That's why they need people to help them. Sebastian Soong says that understanding the connections between the retina and the neurons is key to understanding how the brain works. After all, the brain is just a huge jungle of entangled branches of neurons.
Fancy.
So after you saw that and you went to the site, what was your first impression?
When I looked at the site first, I saw an already completed neuron, and I thought I can also help with science. And the site looked mainly easy to use, so I decided to try it out.
What kinds of games have you played in the past? Mostly shooters?
Yes, I play mostly shooters. That's what games I like the most, because shooters contain most actions, and as I like action games, I play mostly shooters.
What have you learned about J cells and star cells by playing the game?
The J cells are, I think about them as the easier cells, as they are easier to do than star cells. Star cells, they are the more challenging ones, and that's why I mostly play on star cells. I like challenging.
Has playing the game made you consider a career in neuroscience?
No, I haven't considered it, but what I mostly want my career to be is a video game programmer, as I really like video games, and since I was young, I always wanted to make my own video game, so ever since I decided I want to be a video game programmer.
You mentioned earlier that you're working on an EyeWire-related bot. What does it do?
My bot is pretty simple now. It doesn't do much, but I do plan to expand on it. It can, I'll make it by being able to notify players who play much and are out of cubes, notify them about new cubes in a cell they want, possibly notify people about someone who they want coming, connecting or disconnecting. Probably I'll also add a feature so people can create groups, challenges and stuff like that. So that's what I plan to do in the nearest future.
EyeWire is described by many as a citizen science game.
By interviewing Crazy Man, we wanted to understand what it means to be a citizen scientist.
Are players driven by a desire to learn about the topic of research?
In the context of EyeWire, does the game motivate people to learn about neurons in the retina?
In talking with Crazy Man, we learned that while he is excited about joining the quest to map the brain, really, it's the mechanics of the game, the competitive social aspect, and the challenge of tracing branches that keep him playing.
In Crazy Man's gameplay that you are watching, he was competing with the rest of the EyeWire community to see who could map the most neural volume in 4 hours. Whoever won got double points.
Crazy Man excels at EyeWire, but it is clear that his passion is not in neuroscience. He demonstrates that player motivation is not always directly tied to an interest to the semiotic domain of the game. In this case, neuroscience.
Thanks for your time, Crazy Man!